Hey, everybody. Hope all is well. Welcome to our good friends over on Instagram. But our normal crowd is over on the LinkedIn and not Facebook, YouTube. And today we are live at 5 talking about from passion to paycheck, from passion to paycheck. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Listen, it's time to get your money straight. Whether you are a service provider, a creative, wherever you are in your journey, it's time to learn how to price without selling your soul, how to scale without selling your soul. So let's get started. All right. So, our theme has slightly changed for the month of February. We want you to learn how to leverage your expertise with undeniable digital options and assets. Don't just limit that to product, but you want to open up that gate so that as many folks can come in from whatever levels they're on so that they can get a chance to work with you and see how you flow. This is Live at 5 with It Is I, Tanya Weeders. And this is the place where you can learn actionable strategies and trending insights, and most importantly, profit boosting tips to level up your business right now. Not just today, but right now. So join us every weekday morning at 5 a.m. Yes, I'm already in my future. At 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, where every single day you'll get at least one profit producing task that you can start seeing results from that day. So, as in all of our episodes, we are powered by only 4 tiers. Now, you might have a different philosophy in your business, you might have a different mission or a message, but I'm telling you, these 4 pillars are going to revolutionize your life. We are powered by focus, consistency, relationships, and service. If you stick with those, you'll never go wrong. You might fall a little bit, but you'll get back up several times because at the core of everything is focusing on the main thing. A lot of us focus on ancillary things, and that's why we can't seem to get things done. But when you let the main thing be the main thing, which is consistency, which is developing a rapport and relationship with your audience, which is service, you are in the right place. Remember, when you focus, that it's not always about you being the supplier or you creating the demand. It's about understanding that you are all of those things. You are all of those things, and your only job is to demonstrate your power wherever you show up, whether you're online or not. Every representation of your business, whether it's a website, a flyer, a pamphlet, whatever it is, yeah, a pamphlet online, yes, it's supposed to represent your business, you, what you offer, and most importantly, how you're solving someone else's problem, right? Consistency, I'll say it until the day is long. If cash is king, then consistency is her queen, is his queen. Understand, consider, and know that you will be rewarded for consistency. Consistency speaks to discipline. Consistency speaks to stick to itiveness. Yes, it's a word today. So when you learn whether people show up or not, you showed up. That's what the main thing is that you remain consistent. And again, relationships and service, they go hand in hand. If you're not going to be of service, then you need to really consider why you're in business. It ought to be to do business, but all business, it begins with a conversation, not a monologue, but a dialogue. And then it will open up to more and more individuals as they come into your life, your feed, your discussion. That's what social media is all about. Social media is a replication of what happens in the real world. It's just up close, it's personal, it's warp speed fast. And we have to learn to slow down sometimes. That's why I'm coming to you at 5 a.m. in the morning, because things are a little slow. People are just waking up at this hour. Across the pond, they've been up for hours. So make sure that you're operating on these 4 pillars, no matter what it takes. So if you'll notice, there are 3 QR codes on this screen because we want to start out of the gate showing you this. You have options, you have choice. Today, if you're in a rut, if you're in a situation, if you man down bad, I am offering you a way up and a way out. We're giving you an affiliate that is automatic. As soon as you access it, you have the power to go ahead, extol the virtues of that thing, and start kicking really, really soon and really, really fast. Then we're going to give you a scheduling tool so that you can be associated with consistency. A lot of people don't understand that things need to be automated, delegated, or eliminated altogether. And when it comes to being productive, you have to learn how to eliminate mundane things or things that can be automated. And then when you really get good at it, you're going to delegate the automation to somebody else. So we're giving you that with this scheduling tool so that you can begin to start promoting your offers on social and you'll be able to schedule them without being tethered to your device all day. And then right here, here's about we're giving you an opportunity to join our AI automated community that is absolutely insane. You get the software, you're part owner of the software, you get to develop, you get to beta test rather, not develop, but to beta test some of the products. And oh yeah, by the way, once you're in, you can start reselling it. So at a 75-cent commission. So there's your permission to go ahead and keep rising to the top. So today we're focusing on monetizing your passion without losing your spark, aka from passion to profits. So here is the passion profit paradox. Say that 10 times fast. This is the new PPP. All too often, people believe that they have to choose between their passion and financial success. But what if you can have it all? And by aligning passion with strategy, you can turn what excites you into a thriving business. Let's begin to dismantle and demolish the myths, explore real success stories, and unlock the blueprint for making passion pay. I like that. Make your passion pay. So, you want to break the passion profit myth, right? Building a business model that works. That's the only way you break that myth. You have to build it. You have to break out of it. And you are the breakthrough and you have everything it takes to get it out. For years, creatives, artists, and entrepreneurs have been told follow your passion, but don't expect to make money. This is a lie. And the mindset has sidelined a lot of ideas that could have been wildly successful. And they were successful with other people who have the nerve not to believe the hype. So the truth is that passion, when paired with the right strategy, is a powerful profit driver. So this scenario begins to explore the real reasons that passion projects fail financially and how to fix them. Here are the three things that you need to know. Passion alone ain't enough, but structured business models can turn it into profit. The missing ingredient is a blend of market need, financial viability, and strategic monetization. That means your pricing strategy. We're going to talk about that today. And finally, real world proof. Entrepreneurs who have made millions by doing what they love, we're going to show you how it can be done and that everything that you heard about not making money from what it is that you're passionate about is a lie. Mhm. It is I, Tanya Readers. I am your brand broker and your digital marketing mentor of the hour. And my job today is to help business pros like you leverage your brand, your business, your offers with AI automation and agency. You are that business, you are that brand. It's time for you to break through and cause your business to become bankable at any cost by any means. So, first topic, we're going to move from hobby to high value offer. When you're creating a sustainable income from passion, it involves strategically identifying profitable opportunities or profitable problems, right? And structuring scalable offers like courses, memberships, or high ticket services. The business model should support creative freedom while ensuring consistent revenue growth, meaning you ought to have a time limit on how much you can make from a certain offer. If it goes beyond a 2 week point, a 21-day point, a 30-day point, give your profits a timeline or a period, if you will, to shine, to churn, and then try something else. No one is typically selling the same thing over and over again, but they do oftentimes rotate out their different offers. So I want you to be very mindful of that. Not only do you have a calendar for accounts receivable, but you also have a calendar, if you will, for your valued offers, no matter whether they're high, mid, or low, for them to actually get out into the world. That's one of the reasons why we talk about something different every day, because everyone's coming in at a different rate, at a different level with different problems. So, what does that look like? It looks like a digital artist and how they have transformed their passion into a premium membership. They begin to offer exclusive tutorials and mentorship and priced confidently, leveraging tiered subscriptions to scale their income sustainably. The only way that you're going to scale is by meeting folks where they are. That's what tiered pricing really is. You have an entrance fee, you have a maintenance fee, and then you have a do you want to go further with us fee. And usually that high ticket item involves hand holding, it involves benchmarking every week. It involves actually bundling different groups and different sets of services or products together. That's what it looks like. It's a journey, if you will. And people will grow with you if you continue to give them the value that they need, that they want, that they deserve, and some of them are desperate for. An example of this is Skillshare. They successfully monetize creators while maintaining creative freedom. They're giving the creatives their autonomy on their platform. So it's something that you should really look into as well. So here we go with the nonsense. What the what? Okay, we are following the money. Usually, this is a slide where we talk about the mundane goings on in Hollywood. And we're going to talk about that for a brief second because I want you to see yourself in the scope of it. Are you worried about Beyonce winning album or record album of the year? How is that changing your life? It absolutely is not, but it is because I'm going to show you game. Are you worried about the Blake Lively and what is his last name? Baldoni. Are you worried about that case? I'm going to tell you why you should. Excuse me, upward in the right hand corner here, you see this wonderful red circle. You need to see that you are right now, all of us are in position to take a piece of this $1.5 trillion, not billion, not million, but $1 trillion industry by 2030. What does that mean? That means at any moment, this could happen before 2030. So, what does social media marketing have to do with Beyonce winning? I want you to pay close attention to the categories, the nominees, the people who won, the people who didn't. First of all, Kendrick Lamar, they might as well have called it the Kendrick Lamar Show instead of the Grammys. How is it that every single category that Kendrick Lamar was in, he won? One of them was Record of the Year, Song of the Year, Video of the year. Did I say one of them? He won 5 awards in one night. How can you have record of the year, song of the year, video of the year? I think the other one was for performance, and I forget the last one, maybe production, something like that. How can you win record of the year, not album of the year? Very easy, not being nominated. The only reason why she won number one is because he wasn't in the category. And number two, it was bought and paid for last year when her husband said she didn't win. And that album came out before he even said that. So, how are you winning album of the year for something that she could have, she very would have been eligible for last year? Do you see the game? Who is on this committee? Because as far as I'm concerned, if you're doing country music and you didn't get a country music award, what does that say about the Grammys? Look at what it says. The Grammys are notoriously bad, and here is how to make the show less terrible. How about not performing demonic rituals on stage? How about starting there? Second of all, with this case with Baldoni and Blake Lively, here's what I have to say. And this is very, very scary to me. The judge is like Solomon. You remember Solomon, King Solomon? Yeah, that's Solomon. He said, let them keep talking. The lawyers, liars, whatever you want to call them, let them continue to duke it out in public. And it's a brilliant move by a magistrate because he has learned the art of never interrupt a devil making a mistake. Because as long as people talk, if you let them talk long enough, they're going to show you exactly who they are. And you better believe them, because if you don't, it's your fault. So, why is this so important that we watch these trending topics, but we do it through the filter of do it your daggone self? Never mind DEI. It's time for you to do it your daggone self by realizing that there are diversity in nature. You're never going to stop diversity from happening. Equity, no, we're not created equal. No, we're not. Most of us are far superior to what is deemed the standard. If you don't believe that, if a criminal can be in office, at the highest office, yeah, I said it, then anything is possible. So we're working at a higher level and we're walking a higher path and a higher road. And the only thing that we are inclusive of is opportunities of abundance for everyone who's willing to put in the time and put in the work. So when we look at the Grammys, I want you to see it's a marketing ploy. They have to, the only industry or side of the entertainment industry that is so incredible are really the movie industry. Because the movie industry will tell you in a minute, listen, this movie is up for a nomination. Please consider us for this nomination. Meaning that in some way, shape, or form, the public is included in the decision factor for who's going to win and who's not. So all of this is a marketing campaign. Every single person that has a Hollywood star on the Walk of Fame paid at least $20,000 for it. These are all campaigns. I already told you, hip you to the game about the billionaires in the world. Why am I taking my time with this? Because you need to see everything for what it is. From the P. Diddy campaign to this girl won a Grammy yesterday. Let's look at her husband in the next couple of months. Let's look at that relationship in a couple of months. What did I say? One of the pillars were relationships. When you watch the relationship about all of these stories are tied together and intermesh, you'll understand it's nothing but a global marketing campaign. That's what it is. Now, this thing with Beyonce, listen, they say she's not the sharpest knife in the tool shed, but if her goal the whole time was to win Album of the Year, she just might be borderline dangerous. She might be a genius at this point. right? Maybe she knew she was never going to get a cowboy. Have you heard that album? Listen, I grew up in the golden era of hip hop, but I know enough to know that ain't country. It's not. It's not. It's not. And by reason of the fact that they had, what's her name, Taylor Swift up there in a red dress one more again, and Kanye happened to be there and he was busted, they had to throw him out. It's all a campaign. Why did he show up? Because decades earlier, he interrupted Taylor Swift getting her award, also wearing a red dress. Don't play games with me. It is the month of matters of the heart. And so he's notoriously there when she does win Album of the Year, not from MTV, but from the Grammys. You better pay attention to what's going on. You better pay attention to what is going on and what's not going on. It's all a marketing ploy. So, how do we bring this all together? When you learn how to market on social, guess what's going to happen? The money's going to flow, the opportunities are going to flow, and you'll get a chance to have your offers vetted by some of these individuals. We're not calling them superstars anymore, but influencers and even businesses will begin to come to you and offer you a pretty penny to do what you do. And that is to diversify not just who you are and the way you work, but the businesses and brands that you choose to work with. So I hope I've given you something to think about today because we haven't talked about trending topics in a minute, but I want you to look at everything that you see, particularly when it comes to news, and especially in the entertainment world. Everything is a campaign. The reason why we're always talking about P. Diddy, and they're going to continue to talk about him. Every day they're putting a story in the news. It may not be as loud, and usually the news cycle is around 3 weeks. It caps out at 3 weeks. When you see it extend longer than that, it's a campaign. It's a campaign. Second point, how to price like a pro. How to price like a pro. Undercharging devalues both your work and your passion. Don't do that. Do not do that. Do not make that mistake. When you implement value based pricing, premium positioning, and tiered offers, you ensure all but guarantee sustainable profits. When you're working off emotion, oh, this is something that I just love to do, this is something that I'm passionate about, you're undermining rather your talent, your gifts, your expertise, what you paid blood, sweat, and tears for. It's worth something. Whatever it is, and I challenge every client, if you manage to sit before me, I'm going to give you an inside tip. I'm going to stretch you and I'm going to tell you you're charging far too less. You're charging far less, thank you, Lord, far less than what you should be. And I challenge you to put a comma in your offer. Make no 997, put a comma in your offer. And we're going to work until you feel good. You would feel good receiving that kind of money if it fell out of the sky. So why wouldn't you feel exceptionally well with putting a price point on what it is you offer? Because guess what? It's that gift, it's that level of experience and expertise that kings will pay for. Kings in this world or in this country, they're called investors. People want to invest in people who are bold enough to ask. If you're bold enough to ask, it's bold enough to answer. Money answers all things. If you are bold enough to ask, it will answer. So put your product, your offer, your service in front of the right people, and the right offers will come when you present yourself as not the best of, but the only choice that they should be making for their business. So, what does this look like? It looks like a freelance designer who transitions from a low paying gig to premium branding packages that are structured pricing tiers. You want to charge, watch this, based on value, not just the value that you bring to the table, but your offers, the options, and the outcome for the buyer, for the client. It's not just about you putting out things because it's your mission, it's your profession, it's your vocation, it's your passion. We've seen businesses like that where you know that every relationship they have is purely transactional financially. Don't be that guy. Don't be that girl. Don't be that business. Don't be that brand. Don't be that option. Don't be that offer. You want to charge based on how much it would mean to your audience, buyers and clients, contractors, and folks who want to sponsor you. How much value would it hold for them? Perfect example of this is 911. Number one, it's only three digits on the phone. Nobody's going to forget. You have never seen and will never see an advertisement for 911. Everyone knows it's an emergency. Everyone knows you call that number when you're in dire straits. Everybody knows that. You will never see ever in your life an advertisement for an emergency room. Why is that? Because everyone knows you better get to the emergency room. So when you build trust, you let folks know every single time you show up what your business is about. Are you in the business of promoting AI? Are you in the business of promoting automation? Show folks how you do that. Show them how it can benefit them. Show them what their day would look like, what it might look like from them to go from where they are to where they want to be, just like that. Right? So, an example of that, a company that might be familiar to you called Pentagram. That's the name of the company. Don't come at me. I believe in Jesus. But that's the name of the company, right? They are a high ticket branding agency and they charge premium rates based on expertise. So they're telling you if you want to pay for their services, they know who you are by what you pay for their service, what you're willing to invest, not pay for, but to invest. If you are willing, have the capability, and you have the stick to itiveness, and it's not just about a financial transaction because anybody can pay for something and leave it by the wayside. But if you want to work with this business, they're going to be willing to work with you because they already have your investment, and then they're going to measure your level of expertise on the other side of that. So the reason why we still have up our uh, our Venn diagram from yesterday, the icky guy, is because you want to sit with this for a few minutes and understand that it's about what you love. It's about what you're good at, what you can get paid for, and what the world needs. If you always stay out here and revisit this, you'll always be pulled into where you ought to be. You then bypass what it's called, but then you're looking through all of these lenses of where they interact. So it's not just about what you're good at, it's about your profession and your passion and what you love and what you get paid for. How do they intersect? And when you see how they intersect, that's when you can begin to start telling the story of your brand, of your business. Okay? And it's not always about you, it's what you have to offer those who are in greatest need. So if you don't have a digital product as yet, don't tell that lie. Because you absolutely do. They're laid bare before you. And yes, even these are in tiers that we're talking about today, right? You have your entry level. And then when you move up and you're ready to start promoting, you move into the scheduling. And then when you're ready to grow, or you want to bypass both of these and get everything all in one place, then you click that final code. But I want you to just get into the mindset of something very, very simple. And that is you have no excuses. You only have options. And if you even have a pinch of an idea or an inkling of what you want to do in terms of building a catalog, if you will, of your offers and options, then we can help you with ideation all the way through execution. We've got you covered. And if you're still checking us out, that's wonderful. Show up every day at 5 a.m. or somewhere thereabouts, and you'll hear us talking about these topics. But it's really important that before you begin anything, that you have a system in place so that you don't wear yourself out. I don't care whether you have been fired or furloughed or in the midst and your future has question marks on it. You always have an option because you always have something to sell. You always have something to share. You always have something to serve. You can sell how it is that you do what you do. I said sometime last week, I believe, if I were you and I was on that furlough list and somebody shut out my email, but had enough gall to send me an email on an email that they shut down to tell me not to come to work, so I show up anyway because I didn't get the daggone email. You better believe I will start a channel about what people don't know about the business I was just fired from and how they can get through it. Oh, wow, you can't get through it because they shut the business down. So, your job is to now show them how they can create based on some of the things that you know on the inside about how things were structured before. Because guess what? Quiet as it's kept, they can't keep those businesses closed without Congress. So, if I were you, I would be teaching what I know about the insider stuff that goes on with whoever it is was fired yesterday. It was crazy. Absolute pandemonium. We are at the halfway mark and we're telling you that this is our live stream. We want you to support us in every way, shape, or form that you can. We're not pressing you, we're just letting you know this is what it is. There's levels to this thing. There's levels of a way that you can support. You can engage, you can join, you can donate. What we'd like for you to do is just simply help us move the algorithm. Go give us a like, a share, a love, a subscription over on the YouTubes where we're growing and doing really well with LinkedIn, with Facebook, with Insta, and even where we are, Facebook. I said that right. We have quite a following, and the Twitter, right? But we want you to help us grow our YouTube channel, and we would love to serve you in that way. And guess what? I pop up from time to time on YouTube where I give you all the tea. I give you all of the reviews on money making ideas you can use in your business and in your personal life as well. So that's where we are. Help us move the algo so we can put some rhythm in that thing and keep it moving. So finally, we want to give you your profit producing task of the day. This is a tactical, practical thing that you can do right now if not yesterday. Okay? You are going to implement a tiered pricing structure for your offers. I challenge you to put a comma in front of one of your most coveted items in your business. There's something in your business that everyone buys. Everyone buys. I want you to put a comma in that number, meaning some of you are going to have to put a zero behind what you're offering because it's not enough. I'm telling you that right now. You'll thank me later. When you do, I expect your tithe and offering. So, how do you do this? First, you identify a core value pain point. Next, you design free pricing tiers. And finally, you communicate the benefits clearly so that you can justify each point. And my suggestion to you is that you look up the PAS method that usually works like a charm because we all meet at a place called pain. And what PAS is problem, agitation, solution. Problem, Agitation, solution. You identify a problem, you agitate that pain, basically striking the fear of God in them and telling them, listen, if you don't get this handled, if you don't take this get care of this, if you don't get yourself together, if you don't, and then fill them in with what they're probably going through right now. You're up in the middle of the night. You have no idea where the next step is. You have no clue as to what you're going to do next. This is what you need. This is how you need it. And then you talk about the benefits of that in your solution. Very, very simple. Meet people at the point of their pain, put pressure on that thing, and then provide yourself as a solution. Then provide your offer as a solution. Okay? So, as an added extra for your profit booster, you're going to add an exclusive bonus or limited time offer to increase your revenue, to increase your chances as well of getting more clients and customers. And the easiest way to do that is to look for the second tiered item or the second thing in your catalog, if you will, of offerings that people really like, they really enjoy, and they may not get it because there may be that barrier of that price range. But if they know they can get your top tier program and get the thing that they really wanted included in that, but for whatever reason couldn't, then, ladies and gentlemen, you have just developed a bundle. You've just developed a premium package that folks are really going to appreciate. Nevertheless, they're going to enjoy. So, what does this look like? It looks like a public relations strategist that launches a premium coaching program for a corporate communication professionals by offering tiered access to group sessions and one on one consulting and VIP corporate training. They attract high level execs and media experts. They price individual sessions at $250 and offer a $97 per month group coaching membership. And within 6 months, they enroll 200 members and secure 50 high ticket clients, generating what? $128,900 in steady income. Now, what's your comfort level with a six-figure, almost guaranteed income on doing stuff you're already doing what you're already doing, and all you have implemented is doing it a different way, channeling tears instead of, excuse me, channeling tears instead of just saying, okay, I'm going to exchange my time for financial transactions. No. And there's nothing wrong with that, except you only have 24 hours in a day, and I guarantee it, you don't want to work all those 24 hours. 8 hours is too much. So at the end of the day, this is how you would do that, and you can do it digitally. I'm coming to you before you live. Do you not realize that I can have half of this be hybrid, wherein half of it can be recorded, the other half can be live? You can do that for your group coaching sessions. Matter of fact, you can do the recorded session, right? And have one of your assistants, one of your associates actually take up, I wanted to say mentor, it's not mentor, have them actually facilitate or be a facilitator of the group chat that happens every week or happens every month. You don't have to be there to be there. So there's a way that you can use AI and automation for that, for your scripting, for what it is you'll be talking about per month for your groups. As a result of you listening to what some of their concerns are, what some of their needs are, you can really take this so much higher. But look at these crazy numbers. $250 and 900, excuse me, 97, that's less than $100 per month, just having 200 people. You don't need to have a million followers. You don't need to have. You don't even need to have 10,000 followers. All you need are 200 members, and members and followers are not the same. Don't get stuck on these vanity numbers. Just because you have the followers doesn't mean you have members. Just because you have the followers, I dare you. If you think I'm wrong, prove me wrong, and ask every follower that you have. Put it out. This is a challenge. This is extra credit for those who are bold enough. Put it out. I don't care whether it's LinkedIn, whatever platform you're on. Put up in your community. Put up as a post. I have X amount of individuals who are following me. I need $1 donation for each and every one of you. Well, I wouldn't even say $1. I need $10 from every one of you. Because once you go below $10 at any place, they're going to be looking at you like, you do know it's costing you more to process this dollar. But I promise you, if you had $10 from every follower that you had, you would never, and charge them every month, you wouldn't have a problem. So let's just look at it. You want to create these packages because you know that there are people who are in your audience who not only can pay it, they need to invest. So I want you to stop coming and saying what you're not going to do. You're not going to show up live. You're not going to develop the products. You're not going to develop the offers. You're not going to develop the assets. All you're doing is shooting yourself in the foot or pew-pewing yourself in the foot for the folks over at YouTube. We're not for the violence, but we're here to let you know you are inflicting violence on yourself when you don't show up. All you gotta do is show up. And if you say that you can't show up or you don't want to, something's wrong with you. Because thousands of people got fired yesterday and they still showed up to work. What is your problem? Show up and show the devil out. So your assignment today is to implement a tiered pricing structure for your offers and the options that people have. Present them as options as well. That's what I neglected to say. Present it as an option and not as an offer. Offers, we know, okay, you're going to give us X amount of dollars for this amount of work, but your options are X, Y, Z. This is what you can do. If you need the help, DM us. If you need the help, locate us at tanya@ecmgroups.com, whatever it is. Okay, but you have to build a bridge. Part of your building the yellow brick road for your clients and customers is realizing that you have to create options for them. You have to create choice for them. You have to create a solution that is going to help them there on the spot. And it's also knowing that you need to target folks who actually need you in that moment. As Alex Hormozy would say, you need to get people who are desperate for you. You need people who are highly motivated. You need businesses that are struggling, that are up in the middle of the night, whose business owners are up in the middle of the night walking the floor. That's what you need to do. So I want you to do this today. If you didn't do, if you, I'm celebrating your win that you developed a passion to profit blueprint and that you went over this Venn diagram, the Ikigai, and I want you to keep that in front of you for the whole week. I want you to keep that in front of you the whole week. If you haven't done that, don't worry, hurry up. Don't rush, but hurry up and get this work done because the sooner you do this, let me just give you this food for thought. As soon as you do this, you are going to see the results that you didn't think that you would see. Some things you have to trigger in order to see the results. Some things you have to do before you see the results. The first thing that you do is be who you are. Remember, you are who you are. I am that I am. Second, you have to be fruitful, you have to multiply, you have to replenish. And then you have dominion. You will never see dominion until you put one foot in front of the other. Do what you need to do what you have to do what's suggested to you, do what you ought to do, and then you can have at it. So I congratulate you in advance because I'm not going to talk your ear off. I'm just going to tell you that you should already know that you have everything you need to get from point A to point B, and it's up to you to decide whether you're going to move or not. It's up to you to decide that. So we're ending a little early today, but I want you to go over these slides again. I want you to go over this presentation again because it's important that you understand that you are the catalyst between where you are now and where you want to be, ought to be, and where you deserve to be. And where you deserve to be is far more than you can ask, think, dream, or imagine. I promise you that. Because when you get to where you think you should be, you're going to see, oh, that's what she was talking about. Yes, you have billionaires on the take right now. Why? Because there's always more. When you get to where you think you want to be, you want more. Look at Beyonce. She's on top of the world. What does she want? More. Why? Because we're not supposed to want anything according to Psalm 23. But do you know what the economic theory is? This is economic theory 101. Shout out to Dr. Adini. Here is the economic theory. The economic theory is this: we never stop want. You're always going to want something. This is not to be confused with desire. You're always going to want something. So when you get there, when you get to tomorrow, it'll still be today and you're still going to be wanting something. So why don't you chime into what's going to make you best? What's going to push you to the level where you're operating at the highest level and people just automatically gravitate towards you. Businesses gravitate towards you. Opportunities gravitate towards you. You right now having what you think is nothing is more than someone in some country that doesn't have the internet. You have the internet and you have excuses? No, that doesn't even go together. That doesn't even make any sense. So I'll give you the story of Damon John and I'll leave it alone. He's the shark. He is the visionary behind Fubu, for us, by us, on the low. And he said, listen, I'm looking at Shopify. He said, do you know if I had Shopify when I was making t shirts with a sewing machine in my mother's living room, I would have been a millionaire many times over. So that's the story. That's the whole story. There are people who went through hell and high water so that you can make it easy. You're listening to one of them right now. Everything that I'm telling you is so that you can bypass where I've been, all of the failures. And the only difference between you and me, I've been in the mountains for 2 months almost. In the mountains. I can go anywhere, I can do anything. I'm here at 5 o'clock in the morning with you, right? And we're still doing business. What does that mean? That means you can do what you can do, but you have to realize this. I'm going to give you another quote, I'm going to leave you alone. Somebody saw Felicia Rashad, the actress, phenomenal actress. You might know her as Claire Huxtable, mother of the nation. Um, and they stopped her. She was right in Rockefeller Center. And they asked her, what is one of the things that you had to overcome in your business or in your career? And she had to think about it for a second. And she said, oh, I used to think that the industry was corrupt. And she said, what I learned is it's not the industry, it's one's way of thinking. I'm telling you, if you can think your way out of it, wouldn't you do it? After you've done everything that you need to do, which is what I've outlined today, y'all better meet me at the switch. I can't take it. I'll see y'all later. Yo,